Ah, yes, the flow state. We've all been there. You know, when you're in the zone, in the groove, time seems to just melt away. You're completely immersed in what you're doing, producing these amazing results almost effortlessly. It's wonderful when it happens. But is it some elusive thing? Or is there a way that we can tap into this superhuman magic all the time? The answer is yes. And today I'm going to share with you 3 ways for you to get right into that juicy flow state on demand. It's said that people are happiest when they're in the flow state, a state in which people are so involved in what they're doing that nothing else seems to matter. That's why when you're reading a really good book or having a riveting conversation or falling in love, the whole world just seems to melt away. You are so immersed in that it is just sheer presence. And that is one of the keys of flow, is presence. Flow cannot take place if we are worrying about the future or dwelling about the past. Flow can only come through when we are absolutely present. With flow, your action and your awareness merge. You are performing your best, but you're not even trying. You're just flowing and effortlessly going. For a moment, you are fully there, fully present. Things are just aligned and make sense. That's why people, myself included, absolutely love concerts. Because when you're there, it's a sheer state of joy and presence. Everyone is just so focused on the music and they're really fully there, fully present in a state of surrender and flow. Since we are flowing together now, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for weekly doses of love and upliftment. Flow is one of the most addictive things on earth, and that's because of the major chemical release that happens during that time. When flow is actually achieved, when that state is actually achieved, you are flooded with all the feel-good chemicals, serotonin, dopamine, endorphins, and even more. When we are in the flow state, everything significantly increases. That's how athletes get into the flow state and break world records. So how do we access this on purpose? Before anything, we need to know that we are capable of so much more than we think, and that we are built for peak performance. We are built to be our optimized flow, highest potential version of ourselves. And also know that it's not some superhuman thing. It is completely accessible to anyone and everyone. We just got to know how to get into it. So now I'm going to share with you 3 of my favorite ways to get you in the flow now. Number 1, make room in your psyche, AKA a brain dump. The crazy monkey mind that's going nuts with thoughts and to-do lists and going a mile a minute, all of that is blocking the flow. One of my favorite things to do as a chronic overthinker is have a brain dump. So I just take a sheet of paper and I write down everything that's in my mind. It could be random jumbled thoughts, to-do lists, anything. Just write it all down. Empty your mind. So that way you can come from a clear space. You've got to empty your mind so that way you can focus and remember, because flow cannot be without presence, and flow cannot flow if it's trying to get through all those jumbled up thoughts in your mind. Write everything out, break it all down, just get it all on paper. You can always look at it later, organize things, and it's gonna make you feel a lot better once you get it all out. Then once you're all clear, you go to number 2, prime yourself for optimization flow. We gotta get ourselves there, boo. We cannot be expecting to get into a flow state and be our very best if we're not doing things to nurture our mind, body, and soul. So do your high vibe activities, whatever that looks like for you. For me, getting into the flow state can include meditation, yoga, boxing, definitely grounding. Whatever's gonna jazz you up and make you feel really good, that is the key to flow. Once you got everything clear, get centered and allow the flow. When you feel good and you're ready to rock and you're primed up, flow is easy. It's so important to keep our vibrations way high. If you need a little further guidance on that, I actually created a video on the power of vibration, and you can find that here. All right, we're all clear. Now we're primed up and we're ready for number 3, the challenge skill ratio. What this means exactly is go to the edge of your comfort zone. Stretch, but don't snap. Basically, try to think about it as the intersection where your skills and challenge meet. You want to do something that's slightly harder, slightly above, to get your brain really going and firing up those different parts of the brain so you're thinking, but not to the point where it's so hard that you just want to give up, that you're overwhelmed. There's this fine line that you go just a little bit harder to where you're being challenged and enthralled, but it's also attainable. So for example, you play a sport with someone who's slightly better than you, or you go to a little bit of an earlier gym class, or you try to learn how to make an email list and you do it a little bit at a time. The challenge skill ratio must be balanced, because if it's too easy, you'll get bored. And if it's too much, you'll get overwhelmed and you'll want to quit. So don't forget, my friends, that presence is key for flow. So keep yourself clear, optimized, challenged, and present, and you're going to be flowing and glowing in no time. Let me know here in the comments which strategy you will be using as well to access the flow state. With love, from my heart to yours, I say bye-bye for now. See you soon in another video.